Hi, this is Scarlett, and it is Tuesday, the 28th of February in the afternoon. Ada's down for her sleep. So, just going to start off by saying I'm going to start posting more regularly because recently, up until now, actually, I've been recording a week before and then posting the week after. So it's kind of been a weekend delayed, just so I kind of had a vlog up my sleeve. But I think because I'm doing updates of how we all are and how Ada is, it's better if I just record and then sort it out and post it, because I just watched last week's and it's kind of out of date. So much has happened in the last week. Well, it feels like so much has happened. So I think I'll post the one from last week, and then in a couple of days I'll post this one just to keep you all up to date with what's happening with our little Nelson family. So we have had a week of sickness. It started off with me getting a cold, and I was just getting a bit worried because the last thing I wanted to do was pass that on to Ada and her have croup like she did last time before we went away for our wedding. So I was extremely careful, and I was really trying to be really healthy with myself, like eating really healthy food and sleeping, and I just thought, right, I'll just nail this. So anyway, the good news is she didn't get it. I felt really great after a couple of days, and I was like, amazing, because that never happens to me. I always, if I come down with something, I just come down with it and I'm out, and I just get it the worst. So touch wood, let's not put that out in the universe, but that's just kind of what happens to me. I'm just one of those people, or maybe I just got a weak immunity, but yeah. So anyway, after 2 days I was like winning, and Ada didn't have it, and it was great, and then the next day after that I got it like bad, so that wasn't very much fun, but I survived that, and Ada didn't get that, but she did get gastro. And it happened on Monday night. She started to get a little unsettled when I put her down to go to sleep, and it took a while to get her settled, and I was like, something's not quite right. But anyway, the next morning, on Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, woke up, and we went in there, and I was like, oh, what is that? And then I just went, oh, I remember this, the smell of vomit. And I was like, we looked into her bed, and she's smiling at us like, hey mum, hey dad, and she's covered in vomit. It was like, oh my goodness, but she was so happy. And my training from New Zealand, thank you very much, sister, from when it happened last time, when I was in absolute shock when it first happened, but now I was just like, okay, cool, get her up, strip her off, let's both hop into the shower, and just manage this. And luckily, like, I was quite calm because I'd been there. It wasn't my first rodeo, and Ada was just smiling and happy. I think she just fine. So we just nailed it. Took like the day to get her all her bedding washed, because I had to go soaked right down to her mattress. We had to put that outside and get everything washed, but thank God it was like a 40-degree day and windy, so it was like putting things in the dryer. I was outside, so by lunchtime nap her bedding was dry again, her safety wrap thing and her sleeping bag was all washed and clean and ready to go. So it all felt like it was a really yucky experience, but we handled it really well, and I was like, high five. And even Jeff was like, wow, I can't believe you handled it that well. Like, it was a big vomit, and it's really startling seeing your child vomit like that. And I guess I can remember when I first saw her vomit like that when I was in New Zealand, I was completely shell-shocked. I was like, you just don't want to see that. But I saw it once, and that kind of made me think, okay, well, any situation that comes up, right, it's going to be freaky, like situations like that, but the next time it happens, I'll be able to handle it better. So something to keep in mind when something really freaky is happening with her, like, okay, well, next time I will have this covered. Right now I might think I'm out of my depth, but so then I was like, okay, I know how this works, I'm gonna get it next. So just waiting for it. So 48 hours came about, nothing. I was fine, because that was on Tuesday morning when we woke up. So it was Australia Day weekend, and come the following weekend, and so Jeff and I were like, we're safe to plan a really nice night out and plan this big show during the daytime. We're going to go see it in Hyde Park, and then go out for a lovely dinner. We got our nanny, and we're like, let's go. And so that morning, Saturday morning, I went to the gym. I did a Pilates class and met up with a girlfriend for lunch, and I was like, oh, I haven't, I should eat a lot, just so I ate this pie and then an almond croissant, and then I got home and I was like, I don't feel very well. Maybe it's something to do with the pie. So I was like, just as Nanny arrived, like literally started to vomit. I was just trying to kid myself, like, nope, this is just the pie. Something's wrong with the pie. This is not gastro. So this is too long after Monday night, this incubation period is too long. So, yeah, it was. So anyway, I tried to pull myself together, headed into the city with Jeff to go and sit in the Spiegel tent, which is this sort of arena, circus kind of arena, and watch the show. I had to leave a vomit in the toilets there, and then I was sitting to the side of the tent, just like head in hand, like, kill me now. So yeah, we had to leave straight after that and go home, and I was just wiped out. So that wasn't very much fun. But Jeff managed to survive the whole thing and with a clean slate, touch wood. He said he's never had gastro before. I don't know how that happens, but he's got a guts of steel. So, and Ada does as well, because she seemed to get over it within that night. Like, she just vomited and then she was fine. Me, however, different story. So anyway, that was that. I'm feeling good now though, so that's good. Yay. And then there's been Bella. She's been sick for about a week and a half now. I mentioned that, or maybe 2 weeks. She stopped drinking water. She stopped pooing. And she's been eating a lot though. She's still really hungry. So we've been keeping her really close eye on her. I've now got her on this really high, like oils, different oils, and that I put into her breakfast and her dinner. And she's slowly coming right, but then kind of regressing. I don't know what's happening. I'm kind of like that. The vet wants us to take her in, and me to take her in and put her under anaesthetic, like put her under a general anaesthetic, and then do an x-ray on her and give her enema. Yeah, but you're going to give it a few more days, because she'll poo. She's pooed like twice in the last week, maybe. I think twice or 3 times in the last week. She's still not drinking any water, but the vet said, because we're just feeding her soft food now, it's got a lot of water in it, so I wouldn't worry too much. But it's just really concerning, and so that's quite upsetting at the moment. I mean, she seems well enough. She seems happy. Yesterday she was limping a little bit, but then she pooed and she seemed fine. So, just got to keep an eye on her. So, she's 13 years old. It's still really sad for me. What else has been happening? Oh, on the topic of poo, because that's my life at the moment. Before Ada had gastro, she was doing solo poos. Thank God. Finally, after I felt like, I don't know, I'm saying a month. It could be like, I don't know, it feels like a month. I could be wrong in that, but yeah, about a month of like runny poos. She did solid poos. So she's back to running now. There was a brief moment there, and her bottom's clearing up a little bit. So, you take what you can get, right? And teething's still going on, but we're cut right back on Panadol and Nurofen, just giving her teething powder. She seems to be managing okay on that, struggling to go down a little bit at night times the last few nights, but nothing that's out of control. So, okay, feeling a bit better than I was in the last vlog post. What else? Been using meditation a lot, every day actually, apart from when I was sick, the day after I was sick, but I've been doing lots of different types of lots of different meditations. At the moment I'm doing 7 days of happiness. So as soon as Ada goes down, I meditate for like 10 minutes just to reset, and I find it's really helping me. I'm using this app called Calm, and it's a yearly subscription, and you just tap into it, and it's really handy. I think that's what's after I was so strung out last week. It was not fun. So, that's really good. Highly recommend meditation. It's one of those things where you don't want to do it, and then when you do it, you're like, oh, that's right, happy, calm, amazing. And on to Ada. She is snuggling everything. She is the pillows on the ground, her bunny. She is just like so snuggly. She wants to snuggle. She's grabbing anything she possibly can to snuggle it. It's super cute. Just another little quirk is coming through, and her personality is just showing through. She's just becoming a little girl rather than a baby. And her personality, like this morning, Jeff and I were sitting down doing our weekly talk daily talk we do in the mornings, and he had his phone in his pocket, and she came up behind him, she caught it behind him, and she was like, and pickpocketed him, his phone, and then was sort of playing with it, and then tapped it on him to give it back to him. So cute. She's like, she's like not even a year old, and she's pickpocketing me. She's adorable. And yeah, I've got my hens party this weekend, which is super exciting as well. I can't wait. I've got like 25 of my girlfriends getting together and having a lunch, and then going to a bar, sort of pub bar area afterwards, and then onto being out. And I haven't been out in ages, so I'm really excited. I'm getting my hair done in the morning, painted my nails the night before, just feeling like an adult going out for a night out. Woohoo! So I'm super, super happy about that, and I can't wait to see everyone, because I feel like my life has kind of got quite a baby direction in the last couple of years. So it'd be nice to feel like it's about me and my friends again for a night, and then I'm just prepping now, eating lots of food and taking lots of vitamins, so the hangover isn't as bad next weekend. I know. I'm out of practice. I haven't had proper drinks in like a week and a half, so I need to get game fit again. Anyway, I hope everyone has had a lovely week, and I will see you next week. Bye.